welcome to Steph's Design Space. My name is Stephanie, and my channel is all about junk journaling and crafting and all things vintage, paper, fabric, all the goodies. Today we are going to be making a new cover for a new journal. So as you know, this month of April I am working on vintage only, right? Now I created this journal and it did not last the whole month. So we finished this up last night. If you didn't catch the live, go back and catch the live where I finished this one up. And I know I need to cut that off. Anyway, so I finished this one up, but I am not through with the month of April. So we're going to create a 2-signature journal, and I want to show you how I do it. Okay, now I've done this on my channel before. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I will explain that in a moment. But right now, this is the base. So this is just some cardboard, and I have 3 pieces. So I have the front, the back, and the spine. So each of the front and the back are 6 inches by 9 inches. The spine, because I'm doing 2 signatures, so I made it a 1.5 inch spine. So it is 1.5 inches by 9. And it is going to go in here. So usually I use medical tape to put it together because I find it's easy and cheap. However, I remembered that I picked this up from a vintage shop somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to get my fan to blow on me because I am sweltering. So anyway, I don't even know what this is and how it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So it is book tape, and I got it for 50 cents. I thought, you know what? Let's try the book tape. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try book tape because I have it. Honestly, it just feels like regular tape. It is a bit thicker. So we'll see. We will see how it works. All right, so I do have my cheater tool here. This is the We Are Memory Keepers. Whatchamacallit. It's a book. I forgot what it's called. Am I supposed to remember all these things? I hope not. Okay. Just trying to get it straight as possible. Okay. Put my little book weight down on top of it because the spine wants to be a bit wonky. Okay, get that out. And I probably should have already had this. So I am going to go up over a bit. Okay. It's my new favorite cutter. It just is so easy, right? All right, we're gonna squish that down. All right, now we're gonna do this one. I'll fold it over in a minute. No, what would be better up here? Okay, so, okay. You know, when hubby calls, you gotta answer, right? Alrighty. Just trying to keep it straight. You know what I mean? Okay. And I banged my thumbnail on something. I was looking for my vintage jewelry, like the costume jewelry and stuff that I have. God, I could not find it anywhere. But anyway, I finally found it. But so I was digging around and I banged my thumbnail and I can feel that it wants to lift up. Like I can feel it. So don't be surprised if somewhere in this video You see my thumbnail just fly off. And that's okay because it's not my real nail. That would be weird. Okay, now I didn't put as much at the bottom and it doesn't matter. But let's get this and flip. All right, so there we have it. Now, for the material, I picked this. This is vintage. I got this somewhere in my travels. At one of the antique places. I'm trying to see what it says. I mean, I don't know how vintage it is. VIP Prints, Cranston Prints Work Company. So, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. But, it's a big piece. And it's just a really pretty green color. And I want to put something over the top of it. Lace or a doily. Or something vintagey. So, I don't know how to put that up. So I'm trying to think of what do I want to go on the spine. And I think I'm going to pick, do I have any over here? Of course not. Why would I be prepared at all? Anybody know why I'm not prepared? Anyway, we just had this conversation on our podcast today. So, don't mind me. Alright, I just want to use this tan and white ticking on the inside of the cover. Right, so okay, so this is gonna go on the inside like so. Okay, so that is good. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I just thought of, right now, a little tool that may actually help with big stuff like that. Because usually I use the little silicone thing and press it down. Works great for little things. I'm wondering if my brayer would work, you know, for the bigger things. Because if you use hot glue, which I use all the time, if you don't smush it while it's hot, it will just leave raised places. And I know that's a big complaint for a lot of people. So I have discovered that if you do this and smush it out while it's hot, it doesn't leave any bumps at all. Because if you don't know, if you're new here, I cannot stand Fabri-Tac, or I don't like wet glue. So I use my glue gun a lot. And this is proving to be an excellent, yeah, because I don't even feel it at all. She's going to need another glue stick. All right. There we go. All right, so the inside spine is down. Now, I'm going to set this to the side. Oh. I'm gonna set this to the side. Y'all know how I love templates, right? Love me a template. And I've been trying to figure out how to have a template for, okay, this is last nerve level right here. Trying to find out how to have a template for cutting the cloth, the fabric, for a journal like this. Now, for my Amazon package journals, I got a thing from whatchamacallit. Oh my god, a cutting, what is this called? A cutting board. It's not a board, but a silicone cutting mat from Dollar Tree. And this is perfect. I just lay it on my fabric and cut around it, and it is the perfect size. Now, it is not the perfect size for a bigger journal. And when I was getting the cardboard for this journal, I found this under my desk. And y'all, it's the perfect size. Now, for the material I'm cutting today, it's not that big a deal because it's all one solid color. But a lot of times I like to use fabric that has designs on it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that my designs are lined up where I want them to be, etc., etc. I don't have to worry about that today because, like I said, this is just a solid piece. So I am going to spread this out. And no, I'm not going to iron it. I know, right? Okay, and then this is just going to go right on top. Now, because of the little edge part, I'm going to go up a bit. So it'll just be a little extra piece. I'm going to go to the edge, like so. And I am just going to cut right around this template. Now, this is the absolute first time I've done this, so if it doesn't work, we'll do it a different way. But I was like, oh, let me try that, because y'all know, if you know me, you know I am all about the templates. I just, the guesswork just stresses me right out. Okay, so here is the outside. I do that every time. I should have not put that on there. Why do I do that? Why do I forget? Every time I forget. And this is really... Is it down? Is it down, down? Yeah. Oh, well. Such is life, right? Every time. Why do I do that? Why? Somebody tell me why. Tell me why. Okay, I'll stop. Alrighty. Now, super simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It is perfect. It is a tad shorter on the sides, but you know what? Whatever I put on the inside is going to cover that up anyway. So I just like having the template. It just makes it so much easier to cut, and it definitely takes the guesswork right out of it. God, that irritates me to no end that I did that. Oh, maybe I can pull it up. Aha. Okay, I just need it up a little bit. I did it. See, my channel is as real as it's ever gonna be. Y'all get to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the mistakes. It's all here for you. Alright. Now, I'm just going to use, I don't want to use Mod Podge. I am going to use a little bit of this glue, But we're going to fast forward through that because, you know, it's just gluing it down. This is just regular PVA glue, Elmer's glue, and water. Where's my, oh, there it is. So I'm going to fast forward through this part for you, so enjoy. Okay, I had to rinse out the brush. Okay, so I do this part different than most people. Honestly, I've never seen anybody do it like this, but that doesn't mean a darn thing. Okay, so, hang on. I do need to trim these, and this little tool actually does help me make sure that it is gonna be good, right? So, I'm gonna trim off that excess on each corner, and then I hot glue it. I pull it tight and I hot glue it. I feel like it stays better. I don't have to wait for it to completely dry. Okay, this little piece. There we go. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you're gonna see me hot gluing, and but I'm gonna fast forward through that too. So we're just gonna fast forward through this because it is just putting the cover on. And the only thing that I feel like I do differently is I hot glue it at on the inside. And I just cut myself. Okay, I will be back. Jeez. Okay, I'm back. Band-Aid done. And I will be more careful in the future, moving forward. All right, last one. This blade is serious sharp. Whew. All right, when they say blood, sweat, and tears, that's what they're talking about. Okay, so I am going to hot glue this down just like this. Right, and then we just kind of go around, and yeah, so I will do that. Okay, all done. Oh, and I just feel like it holds it so much better, but you know, that's just me. To each his own, right? Craft the way that you are happy and feel comfortable. All right, where is the bone folder? Get that good and creased, and good and creased. There we have it. See how it's still wet? Okay, so now we have to figure out what we want on the inside, and I will tell you, I don't have a clue. Do I want to just put some vintage paper? Probably. Okay, so I haven't thought that far ahead, but I do know, and I'm not going to put it on here yet, but I do want some kind of doily or something like this. So I really had to wait until I got this on there. See, I think that's too much. I know I'm not going to like that one. This one, maybe. So I can kind of probably I don't know, trim that off. Or just tuck it in. Because I think for the most part the signatures will kind of cover that. So I could probably just tuck it in right there across the top. Do we like that one? I don't know, because I wanted to I have thoughts. So I wanted to take some of this costume jewelry, and I really like this one because I like how it matches that, and maybe like a yellow, because I was thinking about making a bouquet, you know what I mean, like this, or maybe just 3, kind of making a bouquet. And I have a really cool idea for the stems, so I'm wondering if maybe I do something like this just on the spine and just put these on the cover. So, because my idea for the stems, now these are clip-on earrings, so I would have to take that part off so they lay flat. But this is just me trying to figure it out. So, but my idea for the stems is to take dictionary pages like this. Now, all of this occurred to me while I was supposed to be going to sleep last night, but we all know that that does not happen. Stephanie does not go to sleep very easy because I am constant with the brain. Okay, so I want to take off the naked part. We don't need the naked part. And the naked part is just the part with no words. There's really nothing naked on here. Oh my gosh. And that's okay. Now, then my idea was to roll it. I may need to like get a skewer or something to roll it on. Anyway, so the idea was to roll it a little bit tighter than that. Right? So it's going to be tighter than that. And this would be the stems coming down. And then I would have 3, and before I glued them down, I would tie them together with a bow. So that is my thought. Now, I don't want to do that until I get all the stuff sewn in, because it's too hard to work with, in my opinion, for me, to have a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm going to have to play with that idea. But now I'm going to pause the video so I can figure out what I want here and what I want on the inside. Okay, I am back. So I made a lot of decisions, and I'm going to show you what I did. So this right here is from this very old March 1929 Successful Farming magazine, catalog, whatever you want to call it. It is really all about farming. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. So what I did was I just took some cardstock, okay, because this is super fragile, and I just figured out what I wanted. So I laid it, you know, on top of the magazine. I cut it out, and this is what is going to go right here on the inside. So we have that one, and then this one. It's just vintage, and I thought it was super cool. So that's what we're going to do. But first, I remembered, shocker, shocker, I remembered that I needed a closure, and I'm pretty sure she's going to end up, you know, chunky, so I am going to have a lot of lace. Now this is vintage lace. This is the lace that I told y'all it was ruffled. If you have ruffled lace, you can cut the little top part off that makes it ruffly, like, and make it straight. So that's what I did here. And we are going to glue it down. So I'm going to glue this down on here, and then I'm going to glue these on top. And that's all we're going to get done today. This will be finished. While this is hot, I did decide what I want on the spine, and it's going to be this piece of ribbon that I have. This I figured would match those earrings really well. Where were I thought I had one on here. Anyway, it would match the earrings really well, so that's what I'm going to put on the spine, but after I do the signatures. I am not going to do all of that on camera. I'm going to do that after the fact. Really, this is just to show you how I create a cover. And she is not hot enough. So I'm going to get this glued down and these glued on top. And I'm just going to fast forward through that because this is probably like the world's longest video ever. And yeah, so I'm just waiting for her to get hot. Glue these down. Oh, I do need my smusher because this is lace, so the brayer I don't think would work very well. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Because the signatures are going to hide this part, and the covers are going to hide this part. So this is the outside. See, I hate this glue, but I'm going to cover it up, so it's not going to be too bad. Man, that old newspaper stuff just sticks, don't it? Okay. Let me get all this off of here. Alright, so I know this is probably obnoxiously long, and we can trim it like after it's done, but I'd rather have too much than too little. So this is what the cover is going to look like. I will be doing vintage signatures and all of that, and then in the next video it'll be all put together and you'll be able to see exactly what it looks like. So y'all know what to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.